Fuquay Varina has a game-changing development that's going to change the way it is to live in the south side of the triangle. So if you're looking for community, convenience, and most of all appreciation, be sure to stay tuned because I'm going to drop all the details. Hi, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Christel. I'm a local realtor here in Raleigh, North Carolina, and also the owner of Carolina Dreaming Real Estate Group. And I help home buyers who are looking in and around the triangle. And one of the things I help them is to focus on areas before they blow up. And that's absolutely what we're going to talk about today. The big headline that everyone's talking about is that Fuquay Varina, which is a suburb of Raleigh, is getting a Target. Yes, that's a great news for the residents of Fuquay Varina. Today they have to travel a couple towns over. They're going to Holly Springs, they're going to Garner, they're going to Cary, but not anymore. And the real big news for you is that it's not just about the Target, it is about the development that is hosting Target, Goldleaf Crossing. So Goldleaf Crossing is a major, massive, mixed-use project that's been in the works for some time. It's going to cover, all in, it's 100 acres, but today phase one covers about 40 acres. It's over 200,000 square feet of retail space. There's one major tenant, which we know is Target, but there is space for 4 to 5 what they call major tenants. There's tons of space for smaller stores. I think I counted about 16 of those. So it's going to change the way that residents in and around this Fuquay area live. And here's a cute little tidbit of information, and that is the name Goldleaf Crossing is a nod to Fuquay's past in tobacco farming. So Goldleaf was the nickname for tobacco, and I love the fact that even as Fuquay is modernizing, they're sort of doing an homage to the past with the Goldleaf name. I love that. So Fuquay Varina residents have known about Goldleaf for some time. A development like this doesn't just happen, but it is not a concept anymore. The infrastructure, as you can see, has been put in place. We've got the infrastructure, we have the roads. There's some major transportation development because it's actually going to connect two different highway systems, 401 and 442. We'll talk about that later. The buildings are going up. You can start to see what Goldleaf is going to bring to the area. But it's not just Target. So while Target's been confirmed, we know that Target usually brings Starbucks, sometimes an Ulta. I've heard the word Chipotle. None of these have been confirmed. This is just, foreshadowing. But what we do know is that a development like this is going to bring a lot more amenities, a lot more services, not only where there'll be the big anchors, but there's going to be additional retail space. There's going to be services. There'll be room for fitness studios, yoga, hair salons, whatever you're looking for. I think that Goldleaf is going to deliver, and that's why it's important for you to know about today. So here's where things get interesting. While it's definitely Fuquay Varina that has brought this development in, that's getting the Target, it's helpful to understand where it's positioned. So it is off of 401, which is a major artery going in and out of Fuquay, but it's really kind of on the northern side. Fuquay goes south quite a bit. And so the truth is, if you hear Fuquay is getting this new development, you think I should look at for houses in Fuquay, and you should, but I would also say there are some towns around that you're going to want to look at as well. So as you can see here, it's off of 401. It's going to connect with 42, which is a thoroughway into Willow Springs. So that's what I would say. If you were looking to jump on the appreciation train, I would look not only in Fuquay Varina, but I would also look in Willow Spring and Anger. I have a client right now that has said, I'm willing to travel 30 minutes. They're going to be working downtown, but they want it to be 10 minutes, 15 minutes max to get to stuff. And stuff to them were grocery stores, restaurants, drugstores, services. And previously, Anger and Willow Spring might not have checked those boxes, but they absolutely will after the introduction of Gold Leaf Crossing. So if you're thinking about relocating to the Triangle, or maybe you already live here and you're thinking about buying your first home or your 50th home, it doesn't really matter. I'm here to help. Know that I can help you understand the Gold Leaf Crossing area, the neighborhoods that surround it. There's some great ones, South Lakes, North Lakes, that's in it's Fuquay Varina, but right by Willow Springs. And regardless of what you're trying to do, I'm here to help. Whether you're moving in or moving on, my job is to make that move smooth, successful, and stress-free. I'm going to see you next time.